And now on YouTube. So are you checking Facebook?
I'm on Facebook right now.
All right, so it should be on the Beat Cops Guide page. So refresh it or something.
Yeah, I see it. I never know where I should go to the button that says watch live video or.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not seeing this on YouTube. Your page. If anybody joined us right off the bat, this is how we start off.
I don't understand why I can't make a watch party. What happened to watch parties?
Maybe you can't do it on the page. Maybe you're looking at the video on your home page, and that's how you can only create parties from your home page. All right.
Oh, let me go try that.
So we're not. For some reason, we're not showing up on YouTube. Why are we not showing up on YouTube? Your channel.
Now, how come I don't see it on my homepage?
Videos. I don't know. How do you do that? You look for Skype? You don't see.
Yeah, that'll take me to our page.
Yeah, but you don't. Okay, so you don't. I don't know. Let me see if I see it on the B Cup Skype. This could be because I screwed up when I took this down and then put it back up.
Oh, this is being how to do. No, that's the page. This is me forgetting how to do a watch party. That's all.
Settings.
It does bother me that this is, our page, and it's not showing up on my home.
Yeah, which you want me to? Maybe we should check to make sure that it's public. Because I don't know why I'm not seeing this on YouTube.
I don't know. I wish I was smarter. I got two windows open up, so let me go.
But do you see it on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
Can you hear anything?
Hang on a minute. Let me see. Well, it was on our Facebook page. Maybe you have to do Facebook Live now to get it. Well, now I don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's not it.
I see.
You do? If I go to videos, maybe I can find it.
But I don't hear any.
Yeah, it's
sound.
live under videos.
I don't see any sound though, or I don't hear any sound. Oh, because I got it on my fucking Bluetooth. That's why.
Hang on, let me put mine on.
All right, testing 1 2. I can hear you.
I don't hear anything, but I suspect it's me and not the.
We got 5 people watching.
If I go to videos, okay, maybe I can. We got sound. I just don't know how to.
Yes, of course, Smithman said. The seats are a little dusty. I don't think this car's rolled in years.
What is that?
I was listening to a book on tape.
A moment later.
All right. Well, I don't know. I know we're on Facebook. I don't know if we're on YouTube, but that could be a setting on our YouTube channel. Because last week's did upload. I just don't see anything live. I don't know why. Although last week the sound was all fucked up. Excuse my language. I know.
God,
we're a
Dave.
family show.
God.
All right, so I'm just gonna try. I'm looking one more time to see it, and then we can start our show, our actual show.
All right.
Because we're on Facebook, and I don't see us on YouTube. So, all right. Screw it. All right, so let's do the sound. Hopefully, the theme music. All right. So this is the B Cups Guide, and we're back technically for our second show of the year. But the first show was so screwed up that it didn't really count. So,
But I mean, that is if anybody drills down through all of our shows forever, that's pretty much every show.
right, we need a. If anybody's out there, we need an intern. I don't know what the hell that was.
Have we ever?
Oh wait,
had
wait! We got to start again. I forgot. I wanted to record this on Audacity too, so that we could, or Audition, so that we could put it up on the website without me having to edit it out and pull the video and do all this other shit. So sorry. Once again, something else we forgot. Oh, and this is showing up on the video that I'm opening this.
Just make sure there's no porn out there. It'll be fun.
Ah.
I should probably mute myself when I'm typing
Why?
because everyone can hear me. I type like a machine gun.
Yeah, you do type fast. That's pretty good, though.
Well, it's my job, you know.
Yeah. I don't have a mouse.
I mean, everything I'm typing is just YYMMKKK777. But
Oh, is that it?
yeah, but still, I mean, it's fast. It just doesn't mean anything.
Is that your computer? Oh, am I bumping into something here?
Oh, I think I'm able to do a watch party.
All right. Never mind. I should have set this up earlier, and I'm not going to bother now. All right. Never mind. All right. Well, let me play the music one more time.
Yeah, do it.
And now it won't. That's what I bumped into is the stupid external hard drive I have, which is so sensitive. All right, so I'm sorry about that. This is the first show of the year of 2021 that we have sound after the dumpster fire of the year 2020. Although this year doesn't seem to be starting out much better.
It has really not impressed me so far.
Yeah. So I also didn't write up any script for today, so I don't have any what do you call it? Any segments outlined, and neither did you.
I feel like talking about January and what people do in January. Like, what are people's January? Everyone's like about new resolution stuff, and I'm like, resolutions are fucking stupid because you're not going to keep them, and they're going to make you mad, and and so you should just quit.
Yeah. Well,
with those.
So we should talk about resolutions. Oh, mine didn't last very long. I vowed, I resolved not to take joy in the pain of other people this year. That was pretty good.
How could you make that? You're
because I thought, hey, look, I want to be a nice guy. I'm getting older now. My kids are adults. I don't want to, I don't want to say I want to be a better person. So I said I am going to do my best not to take any joy in the suffering of others. And then the story about Father Flager came out, and I'm just like, come on.
Who is Father Flager? Wait, who's Father Flager? What did I miss?
Father Flager is the pastor of St. Sabina's, who was accused of abuse 40 years ago. 40 years ago, he supposedly, according to the victim. Now, I mean, I don't know. I've only met the man once. I have no idea what he's like in real life. I have no idea who the victim is. But the church had him step aside. And I have to say, as somebody who goes to a church where the pastor went through that, or is going through it right now, I understand it feels very bad to think that somebody that you respect would feel that way. But
Man,
Father
honestly,
Flager doesn't
I
like
have
me.
no
So.
idea what he doesn't
Yeah.
like you.
I'm a police officer. He's never heard a
Yeah.
complaint about a police officer that he doesn't automatically assume is true. So then it takes all my effort, all my mental effort to sit here and say we have no proof that what this victim says is true. Father Flager is innocent until proven guilty, and I have to say that because that's really down deep what I believe. Anytime anybody is accused of anything, but it's really hard in his case. So I mean, because there's never been a complaint about a police officer that he didn't automatically assume was true.
Mm. So it's Schadenfreude, Shaggy's
Schadenfreude.
Schaden. I was Schadenfreude. Look, here's the thing. All right, there is obviously stuff in the news we could all scream about, but I don't
Right.
want to do that because I've spent the last 3 days, screaming in my own home and in some Facebook stuff. So I'm gonna ask that we skip over the obvious and talk about something that no one talk. I don't think anyone has the courage to talk about this.
Okay.
I think that people shy away from it. I think that it's a difficult topic, and I
Oh,
think
God.
that they say things like to themselves. They're like, "Hey, I don't want to foment disharmony in the group."
No.
But
I know what you're
but
leading up to, and I don't want to talk about it.
no,
Uh,
I insist, and that is seed catalogs.
oh. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were leading up to something else.
No,
You know,
people just
could you face the camera though? Like we're talking, like we're having a
Oh,
conversation.
sorry. Here we go. Hi,
seed,
how are you?
seed catalogs. What?
Seed catalogs. This is
I-
what January is for. All right, this right here. January, all right, is for seed catalogs. So you can go through and you can pick your vegetables and you plan your garden that you're going to start, on February 21st. You got to get all this stuff in here. And
Yeah,
I
but-
have
I don't. Here's the thing about seed catalogs. Well, wait. Here's the thing about seed catalogs and you and me, because as I just told you, I made a resolution to try not to take joy in the pain of others, and you and gardening is a problem. Because what you'll do
Why?
is you'll order $300 worth of seeds. You'll plant them at just the right time. Your garden will grow immensely, and you'll get bored with it 2 weeks later. And all of a sudden, your neighbors are calling and saying, "Listen, could you please call your friend Chris and tell him to get the shit?" I mean, it's growing in our yards. There's like a forest. There's a beanstalk. Some guy keeps coming down and stealing it all. So that's
that
the
may
thing.
be accurate. All right. That may be distressingly accurate, but let me say two things. One, I've already got a wife, all right, so just dial it back. And two, what can I say? I'm very good at. I have two green thumbs, man, and my stuff half the time I forget that it's there, and it grows like crazy. Last year, my garden produced at least 3 zucchinis that weighed more than 12 pounds. I had a 17-pound zucchini. It was 17 pounds. It
Yeah,
was.
You
It
should
was. It was.
you should have taken it to the Cook County Fair, but unfortunately, we didn't have
No,
it.
no. Let me tell you what I did with it. Here's what I did. I
You gave it to your wife.
dude, come on, a 17-pound zucchini, please. No, first of all, it was 14 inches long, I think.
It's just
Yeah, and
it's just begging.
just shut up, man. All right, let a man talk. All right, I'm getting some things wrong here. Wait, it was 17 inches long and it weighed 9 pounds. All right, it was
Kind of reminds me of me.
enormous. Yeah, I'm sure it does. It was. Listen, we're talking about zucchini here. It was not eggplants. It was monstrous. All right, and so I'm like, what am I? I can't. It's not going to taste good. I don't want to eat it.
That's what she
I
said.
could like. I could turn it into I'm trying not to read. I could turn it into like a jack-o'-lantern, because we were not that far from October. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I waited till very late at night and I walked it over to a friend's house and I laid it in the middle of their sidewalk. So that when they come out of their house the next, because they even though it's a pandemic, they still had to go into an office. And so, and by the way, your house is just too far away. I wasn't going to go, and because I thought of you first, so I laid it in their like 1 a.m. I put it there, and they were perplexed. It was wonderful. But so then, and the way that happened is zucchini is an insanely prolific plant, especially if you buy the kind that's recommended for Illinois by the whatever Farm Bureau or whatever, which is what I did. So, and then I have really, really good, like my soil is like, I carefully, like scientifically put together, and I've got earthworms. It's crazy in my garden. So this stuff, it is watered automatically. So this thing was growing like a hydroponic pot plant. And, but it fell off the back. It's a raised garden, and it fell off the back, and it grew out of sight, and I couldn't see it. And so I found that one. Well, I found two more. I found another one that weighed 8 pounds, and it wasn't that long. It was almost like a pumpkin, but it was still monstrous. And so I took it over to the same person's house at 1 a.m, a different day, left it right in the sidewalk, right there. I did that with 3 different ones. It was one of the best pranks I've played in a long time, which is why we have seed catalogs.
You know, that brings up actually. I know to digress, we don't usually do that, but
not us.
That brings up a thought I had. I had a discussion with my wife about the best humor is really the kind of humor where it just kind of is like. Will you eventually tell them that you left these zucchini for them?
They definitely figured it out because they first of all, they posted a picture of themselves holding it on Facebook with a look on their face like, "What the hell?" And they go, "We found this in our on our sidewalk," and I immediately wrote, "Well, it's zucchini migrating season," and then a few days later they came over with like a zucchini casserole or zucchini bread, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it was me. And
but
so
I just love those kind of jokes where it takes a long time to. Those are the best humor because you sit there, you kind of just enjoy it in the back of your mind. I was telling my wife, we have a pastor that comes to the police station every once in a while and talks to, says hello and just praying for us and all this other stuff, and talks to the roll call. So I'm walking in the roll call and I see him sitting there, and I turn to the sergeant that's walking with me and I go, "Whatever I say when we walk in the door, just start laughing." And like, all right. So as we're walking in the door, I turn to him and I go, "And so Jesus said, those aren't my sandals." And we both start laughing, right? And walk in, right? And then so we go in, we do the whole thing.
It's good that you have people at work that are willing to do that.
And we go in and we don't say nothing else about it. And then he comes back about a week later and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "last time I was here, I just can't figure it out. I Googled it. I figured everything out. And I cannot figure out the joke that has the punchline. Jesus said, 'Hey, those aren't my sandals.'" And he goes, "I was wondering what the joke was." And I said, the best humor is the kind of humor that takes a long time to develop. And the really good humor is the one that is only funny to the person that's telling the joke. And he's like, "Well, yeah, but I don't understand the joke." I said, "The joke was that I could get you in a week to ask me what the hell is the joke. The punchline is Jesus said these aren't my sandals." I said, "There's no joke." It's like
that is perfect.
It's like Popes in a Volkswagen.
I am applauding you.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Because my video stopped.
I hear you fine. Yeah.
Well,
I see video too. Nope, I don't see video. You're just stuck there, frozen. I don't know.
But keep going. As long as the sound's going, that's fine.
Well, this year I'm growing. I'm going for record-breaking zucchini. I want to hit like a 22-inch mark. All right.
That's
and then I'm just gonna leave them everywhere. You are gone. I don't see video at all.
Yeah, that's all right. You can hear me though, right? I'm turning the camera.
I can hear you.
The camera went off. I don't know. I'm turning it back on.
So I did manage to start a watch party, but there's only one person in it. So, no, there's more than one person in there.
All right. Well, hopefully this camera will turn on.
But I plan all January long. I've got at least 8 seed catalogs, and there's more coming. And I've got books on fermentation, and I've got books on landscaping from the library, and I'm deep into garden planning, and I'm doing a say, make sure you're ready for me to talk about this. Or that
Yeah,
you're
go
ready to make jokes you need to make. But I'm going to be birdscaping.
You mean, wait, birdscape, like shaving birds?
No, just a little merkin of a bird. Landscaping with native birds, in particular native birds that are threatened, to help them, kind of protect my yard from bad bugs, but also to have a lot of brown. I like birds, and I like birds. One bird, and I can't remember the name, but it's like a mockingbird. It's like a mockingbird. In springtime,
Mockingbird.
it could be a mockingbird. Morning in the spring, sound of the birds in the city. Like for you would think there's 1,000 birds, one bird, and he does it like rouse every year. And I want to kill that bird. So, but they seem to be
For a second.
we all. So. And a club that I belong to, and we're trying to do like a virtual event, which is really hard. I'm sure you've had to do the same thing. And we did a brandy tasting a couple of months ago. It worked out pretty well. I was like, dude, go ahead. Why not? You say brandy tastings?
Brandy taste. That's kind of a feat and snob. I don't know.
Well, have you met me? I mean, I am a feat, and I don't think I'm a feat, but I'm snobbish. So this time we're doing a cheese and wine pairing from a cheese shop in Chicago, and I got it all set up, and I got some of our members are out of state, and so I went and I shipped their stuff out of state, and I said they go, what is in the box? Because you're not allowed to ship alcohol, and you're allowed to ship cheese, and I was like, finger puppets, and probably could have picked else. Every one of the packages I sent, even though I paid like premium prices and everything, are not to make it in time for the event, and all I could think somewhere. There's some guy that's going to be holding this package, and it's just going to be reeking because it's French cheese. Like, it's the kind of cheese that smells, when it's good, all right, when it's in vape, it smells like dead feet. And
it is. I forget what that is, but I know what you're talking about because I saw the History Channel History of Cheese, and
it was the one in this shipment. It was Tagliatella, which is the Italian version, not the French version.
Oh.
But the French version is either Reblochon or Chaublachon, and or Ubouisse, and man, they are like, if you have a piece like this big in your fridge, you're gonna clean that fridge over and over, going, where is the rotten meat? Why does something smell like dead foot?
So there's going to be post office workers taking it to the police station, thinking that there's decomposing body parts in them, right?
Yes, which will be the second time in my adult life that I've caused a FedEx office to freak out because I smell bombed their office somehow.
Well, I was wondering, I want to send some pizzas down to, you used to be able to send like Lou Malnati's pizzas to places. Can you still do that? Do you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, why not? Who are you going to send it to?
Some people in Tennessee. One of the things when I go down to Tennessee, because we're buying a house down there, and when I go down to Tennessee, we have some friends, and we went down there one day, and it was like they took us out for the best barbecue place that they know. And I get there and I'm like, this is not really that good of barbecue. So I figured I'd send them some Chicago pizza.
You can't say that in Tennessee, man.
Tennessee, Nashville and Memphis have really good barbecue places. I have not yet found one in Northeast Tennessee where I'm moving. So, but I will look. I mean, believe me, I made a brisket yesterday because one of the things I bought for myself for Christmas, a coat for Mooker, winter coat. And so yesterday it turned out phenomenal. That turned out phenomenal.
So I know why you cook brisket. So I mean, we don't talk about who it was for someone that actually had hard cut up.
We had that.
I did.
Yeah, bacon and cheese in it. Yeah.
I just go through it in temp. And
what's
look, dude, it's just beefball, and it's just, and every I've looked online, which is already vegan. I don't got every vegan of it. Talks a lot about how it has an okay flavor, like it tastes okay, and every single one of them has some of that in the they're like, it tastes all right. And but if you do this, it repops the flavor. Like what they're saying is, this stuff, you're a vegan, so what are you gonna do?
There's I don't know if it's the COVID and everything, I'm still around, but there's a great vegan restaurant in called Kitchen 17.
They're all dead.
Vegan pizza. They had these vegan burgers also made of stuff, and it was really good. I don't know why. I don't know why people want to dress it so it looks like a steak. I never go. Yeah, I want you to make it look like a steak.
I want like your 48-day aged steak, but can you make it look like beans?
Make it taste. The reason we want to taste like, or want me to taste like, because you're really chili. Go with it.
Just yeah, that's what you want. You want the thing. I mean, you should just ignore the meat. Quit trying to make it all taste like meat, which by the way it doesn't. It's always terrible. Uh it's awful. All of it. I had some vegetarian meatballs the other day, and I just it was terrible. The things people do to themselves.
I had gluten-free cornbread a couple weeks ago because I was reviewing a restaurant, and I even said in the restaurant, I'm like, listen, if you're going there and you're gonna try and get gluten-free cornbread and expect it to taste as good as real cornbread, it's not gonna. It's just not.
No.
But if you haven't had cornbread in a while and you go there and you're gluten-free, it's a reasonable facsimile of, it has a little bit of the taste, it has the texture, so it's good, but it's not the same.
I don't know, man. I have a gluten free person in my house now, and I've been learning to cook for that because I make a lot of gravies and sauces and everything that use flour, and I found a gluten free flour called Cup for Cup, and you can't tell the difference. It makes fantastic gravy. I haven't made biscuits with it yet, but I did make cornbread with it, and it was fantastic. It tasted wonderful.
I gotta check.
Couldn't tell a difference at all.
Because my wife she loves cornbread, but we can't find very good gluten-free cornbread anywhere. This place
You made spoon bread?
Cornbread. What's
I know,
cornbread?
but if you made spoon bread is like cornbread that you have to eat with a spoon.
No.
They just decided not to call it a pudding, even though it is a pudding. I made it for my niece, and it was really good, man. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it at home. All right, you
Yeah.
need to buy a cup for cup. You need to make it at home. So I was very surprised that when I did like a French chicken dish, and usually it's you make a roux and you put it in there to make the gravy, and I did the roux with the gluten free stuff, and I was like, this is not going to work. And it did look weird at first, but when the dish was finished, it tasted fine, and it looked fine.
I'll have to check it out. I'd like to make a cake like that that's gluten-free. Gluten-free chocolate cake that tastes like real cake.
Yeah, I just I think that I think that gluten free stuff. I think it's unfortunate for people that are gluten free. It's too bad they're like that. But I've not had a huge problem. I haven't had to make a major change in the way I cook. It's not that hard. And the same thing with vegan stuff. It's like, you know what? There's a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to eat. You don't have to keep trying to figure out how to make a hot dog. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Yeah.
But anyway,
I do.
Tempe.
So you're writing an article about it for a lawyer's magazine?
No, I write for other magazines too,
the-
motherfucker.
The #1 lawyer's magazine column.
Hey, that's me.
That's by the
Thank
way. Yeah, we should say that Chris was voted the #1. Wait, has a #1 column in a lawyer's magazine in 2020, right?
The #1 article too, both the best column and the #1 article with the most hits. Although it was a stupid article, really dumb. I mean, I wrote about Zoom backgrounds. All right, so
Hey.
it's not like I did. I didn't do. It's not like an essay or anything. I just wrote about Zoom backgrounds, but it did hit #1. No, I write for a health food magazine. Believe it or not, this is the kind of body of a health food magazine writer. Look at that. There's not even. I fill the whole camera. Look at that.
In the era of COVID.
Yeah. So this is the magazine where I wrote my famous vegan steak recipe with the title "Vegan Food is Better with Meat."
We said we were gonna. Remember years ago we were talking about having a fundraiser, a barbecue for PETA.
Yes, and they fucking deserve it. I don't like PETA. Not a fan. And they deserve that. They can't. You know what? I think anyone that takes themselves too seriously probably deserves whatever it is that's going to make them explode the fastest.
Yeah.
I really think. I think that the sign of people that are fragile is that they take themselves very seriously and they expect everyone else to as well. And when I encounter that, I have a strong urge to very loudly and publicly not take them seriously. It's probably a flaw in my personality, but it is also entertaining.
Yeah. I also I cannot understand people who are so sure of one issue that they're willing to fight forever and destroy relationships over it when it doesn't personally affect you.
Well, that's trollism, you know. I think that's behavior that's learned from Facebook. I don't remember that kind of behavior before Facebook. I remember people would get into arguments, but I don't remember this kind of like ride or die kind of attitude where if you don't agree, and let's go back again to this incredibly inflammatory thing that we keep dancing around and talk about seed catalogs. And when you know somebody who for instance, they might use a non-organic seed catalog like a bitch, and then you start arguing with them and they lose their mind and they're like, either you come on board and you swear that you're only going to use non-organic commercial seed catalogs or we can't be friends. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. That doesn't, I mean, it's irrational. You know, it's also wrong because non-organic seed catalogs are for dumbasses. But I mean, besides that.
Well, on that note, I don't have any other topics, and you just seem to have closed that one out for good.
Yes, sorry. I'm trying to bring our show back around to the absurd, the absurdity that is our powerhouse. You know,
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we should do that. I still think we should still talk about food and make it maybe obscure foods or something like.
And here's why. All right,
Tempe.
Because you're funny, all right, and I'm funny, but together we're very funny. But more importantly, not a lot of people out there have the skill to and willingness to be insane in order to entertain and inform other people. And I think that it's important. I think zaniness is important.
All right.
I think we should do that.
Let's try to find some more zany. If anybody out there is watching this on Facebook or YouTube or listening on our website, if you have some zany topics or some obscure topics, something we're trying to avoid talking about politics for a while. I mean, we're trying to
forever.
We're willing to talk about food, I think, and we're willing to talk about
and the politics of food.
Funny crap in the news, but we don't want to talk about politics. So if you have any zany topics,
enough people doing it.
Yeah, and it just gets into fights. It's just disheartening. So
also, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, because you don't do any research.
No, I don't do research. I'm a humorist. Why would I research anything? I have an opinion. It's based on astrology. So fuck everybody.
All right, but it's getting to be 6:20. I got to go to work. So, all right. So next week we'll be back on. Well, wait. Friday I am driving to Tomahawk, so I can't bring everything. I guess I could bring enough stuff with me that we can do it on the road, or else.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm going to Tomahawk, Wisconsin, to do some ice fishing.
Oh my God! If you don't bring this motherfucking thing into the ice fishing camp with you,
well, I mean, I'm not. We're not staying in one of those houses. I don't think we rented a house and we're going to walk out but we could do it. We could do it phone, and then we'll have to record it and upload it. We wouldn't be able to do it live, but we could.
All right, but on the other hand, we could do it when you get back. It's like, I don't want to interrupt your ice fishing, man. It's not that important.
Well, let's see if we can do it. We'll record it and upload it, and we'll see if we can have fun with it. So
I have a meeting with a literary agent next Friday.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Oh well, good luck.
Yes, I know, and it's I'm terrified. So we shall see how it goes.
Well, good luck. Let me know.
If it goes well, I won't talk to you anymore because that's how this works.
Because you'll be rich.
I'll be famous. I don't need you. I don't need the people listening to this show. I don't need anybody.
You don't need a little people anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to retire to my island and have my groceries bought in by boat. And
some people would say, thank you to all the people that got me here, but you were going to say,
no,
I did it all myself. And
I've already written my acknowledgement. You know what it is? It just says, acknowledgement, me.
I did it myself. You people have been a drag, like an anchor around my waist. And
That's right. It's like you're reading over my shoulder. I did it my way. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, bye.